Welcome to SCEN's educational webinar. I'm Amanda Allen. I am the Chief Experience Officer at SCEN Health, and I will be your host today. And we are so excited that you're here and very thankful for the opportunity to tell you a little bit about SCEN, introduce you to one of our participants, and just discuss the program. So we will get started. I have a short little disclaimer about our name. Some of you may know us as SCEN. Some of you may know us as Emoca Health. It's the same company. We just wanted to make sure. We did mention that we recently rebranded and changed our name, but the team is the same. The technology is the same. We just wanted a new look and feel that, made more sense for us as a company, that you patients are the focus. We meet each person at the scene of their health. We believe all patients deserve to be seen and be heard. And so that is a little short PSA about our rebrand, but some of us slip into saying Emoca, but we mean SCEN. Okay, and a real quick outline of what we'll cover today. We want to, of course, introduce you to our special guest, Ms. Thia Fox, and we'll let her say a few words in a moment. And then want to give you a quick overview with a few slides of just how the program works, what your experience would be in the program, and then introduce some more of our care team. So we've got some coaches and nurses on the line, and with a few more little patient stories if we have time at the end. And then we want to open it up to Q&A. And of course, let anyone who is on connect with our enrollment team and enroll today if you're interested. So that's an overview. And next, we'll just do a little short round of intros. So I know there is some SCEN staff on the call, and I want to give all of them a chance to say hi. So please wave if you're with SCEN. We've got some coaches, enrollment coaches, health coaches, some other staff, and we cannot forget Thia, our SCEN participant. So I will let everyone kind of go round robin and say hi and who you are. So let's start with Ayana.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ayana. I am currently the enrollment team lead, and I assist with all enrollments.
Awesome. Clarissa, let's do you next.
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm the Senior Operations Manager here with SCEN, just working to make sure that all of our enrollment processes are effective and flow well, and that members are getting the best experience possible on that first phone call.
Awesome. Liz.
Hello, I am Liz. I'm one of the nurses with me, and I help with the video review process.
Farhana.
Hi, everyone. I'm Farhana, and I'm the enrollment coach here at SCEN. And my job is to enroll members into the program. Nice having you guys here. Thank you.
Awesome. And I want to make sure we didn't forget anyone. Is Amrita with us today?
Yes, I'm here. Hi, everyone. My name is Amrita, and I'm one of the... Sorry?
I'm sorry, we don't have your picture.
It's okay, no worries. My name is Amrita. I'm one of the health coaches here, so I'm your main point of contact throughout the program, and I work alongside the nurses to review your videos.
Amazing. And last but not least, we want everyone to meet Thia, who's our guest of honor. Thia, if you don't mind just, saying hi, but then also, telling everyone a little bit about your interest in SCEN and what brought you to us, and maybe a little bit about your condition and medications you were taking just before the program.
Hello, beautiful people. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me. SCEN, Emoca, whatever you want to call it, is my family, my second family, and the nurses and the staff really helped me with my coming to terms of type 2 diabetes last year. And it was a life-changing experience, of course. And I felt alone. I did, until I got that call. And Amrita will tell you the videos that I sent her, having someone there for me every day when I sent the videos, knowing that I had a lifeline to reel me in and to bring me back down to earth, to terms with my condition, and to help me get on track. So it's amazing. I've never looked back, and I'm just pushing forward. And I thank each and every one of you.
Thia is wonderful, as you can tell. You can see why we invited her to join. We'll definitely dive a little deeper into her experience, and I want everyone to meet sort of everyone that she interacted with. But before we dig in, just so that everyone that's joining can sort of picture, in a timeline sort of way, what Thia's experience was like, what yours would be like, just sort of, from the very beginning. I want to walk through that, and then we'll jump back to Thia. So we like to think about everything starting with this first enrollment and onboarding call, and that would happen with, if not Ayana, someone on the enrollment team, and it could be even shorter than 10 minutes, but could be up to 10 minutes. But this is a call where you are able to ask any other additional questions you might have about the program. We would walk you through downloading the app that you would use to connect with your care team throughout the program. That app is called Spotlight. It's super fun, easy to use. But yeah, that first onboarding call, just want to make sure that you're comfortable, understand what the program is all about, and have an opportunity to download the app. Next, you would be connected to a pharmacist for a medication review. So this is, again, just through phone. So an enrollment coach would connect you to a pharmacist right away, or schedule a time to do a full medication review. So this is really just a time for the two of you to review every single medication you're taking, how they make you feel. Are there any challenges or questions that you have? And it's really just, a short educational moment, but a lot of people, I think, get a lot out of it. And there are some follow-ups that come out of that. You will get a summary of everything that's talked about mailed to you. It'll also appear within your app, and your doctor also gets a copy. So yeah, that part, easy peasy. And best part is that there's an opportunity for your first reward after that, depending on which health plan you have. And then everyone receives a welcome kit. And that includes just some fun scene swag, used to be Mocha swag, but tote bags, some calendars. If you're an analog person too, and you want to put stickers on a physical calendar, feel extra good about taking every dose, you get that. I think there's a pop socket for your phone to help it stand up, and just a few other things. But from that point forward, so after your phone call with a pharmacist, you begin the build phase of the program. And so this is about 2 months. And through your Spotlight app, which you'll have downloaded on your phone, you'll be able to connect with your care team. So that's a health coach and a nurse. We've got Amrita and Ashley featured right here. But the app is super simple. Essentially, every time you take your medication, you just open up the app. We say snap a quick video, but it's not live streamed. So it's just whenever is convenient for you, whenever you would naturally take your medication right before bed, first thing in the morning, you could be in your car, open up your app, snap a quick video of yourself. Of course, we want to hear what else is going on in your life, side effects, and we'll review each of those videos, send you a message back, send you some videos back, and then you can track your progress through the app. But yeah, this daily sort of video messaging, you can think of it, that happens for about 2 months. And then, of course, if you've been very adherent during that time period, so I think it's usually about 80% of the days, then you can earn another gift card, again, depending on which health plan you have. And then you enter the next phase of the program, which we call the sustain phase. So we want, of course, for you to keep any new healthy habits that you developed, and we want to stay in touch with you. So we want you to keep the phone or the app on your phone, still message us, send us a video check-in once a week. We want to know what's going on in your life, if anything new has come up, and, let you know that we're still here to help you tackle any challenges that come up. So this is sort of the linear, 12-month snapshot. But if you're looking for something interactive, these are some short snippets from different check-ins from different patients that have used Scene for all sorts of different medications and conditions. This is Tyler. He's a cutie. He was taking medication for heart transplant. This is Gina. I think she was working with us for her hypertension meds. Alasia, she's another cutie, pediatric asthma. So yeah, it's short, it's sweet, it's easy, and we hope that you find it fun. But now back to Thia, and I want to pull in Amrita and Liz because Amrita is a coach, Liz is a nurse, and I just want to sort of, I think maybe the best way to structure the conversation is to kind of just look back at the whole timeline for just a second. And I think first, I just want to ask Thia, we don't have a pharmacist on the call today, but just kind of moving from left to right, Thia, is there anything that stood out to you from the first phone call with the pharmacist that you feel like would be important to share to someone who hasn't participated?
I think the important issue would be to ask your questions. Don't hold back. With me, it was the medication. They had me on the metformin regular twice a day, 500 milligrams, and it was making me sick. And when I called my doctor, they said, oh, your body will get used to it. I'm like, no, something's not right. And I said, let me contact my team. And I did. And the pharmacist called me back and she says, oh, it's a symptom of having, stomach issues. So what about reducing it to once a day and then doing the easy release metformin? And that saved my life. Just that one question. Just that one question.
Yeah. I think unfortunately, I feel like that's not an uncommon story where someone is just, there's sometimes a small medication change, dosage change, and a lot. So yeah. Okay. Love that story. So then I guess moving into the build phase, let me pause and go back to, I guess, if you don't mind, Amrita and Liz, just sort of give a little deeper introduction to yourself. How long have you been at the company? What's it been like to, partner with, probably hundreds of patients at this point? And then generally, what, if anything, do you remember about your experience partnering with Thia? I guess Amrita go first. Yeah.
Okay. So for me, I've been with Scene for about a year now and have worked with a lot of patients. I really enjoy being a part of people's journey to improve their health. I've been working in healthcare for 7 years now. So I really enjoy being the support system. And with Thia, it was just an amazing experience because she was so open with us. She let us know, what she was dealing with, what she needed help with. And I think that's the most important part for our patients, to let us know what's going on with them so that we can help. So with her, I would say that was probably the most memorable thing, is she just let us into her life, and she was such a positive force herself that it made helping her so easy. And I just really enjoyed working with her, and I hope that I get to work with a few of you guys as well.
Love it. What about you, Liz?
Hi there. Sorry, I was trying to fix my crazy image here.
We promise Liz is not a cartoon character.
I had to fix it. I'm sorry. Well, with people like Thia and what she mentioned about her issue with the metformin, which is very common actually, and she's not alone. It feels really good to be able to connect with people on a personal level and be able to send them videos and chats and in almost real time, and offer suggestions and ways to combat some of those side effects, and maybe some ideas with contacting her provider. And I've also contacted providers myself to try and chat with office staff and, maybe to find some resolution to some issues. So I think that's probably been one of my favorite parts with being with Scene/Emoca. And you'd asked about how long, and I've been a year and a half now with the company. So.
Well, what about, I guess this is a question to both Thia and the whole team, because I know sometimes the first time we mention, what the program is like, we feel like we just have to discuss that video can feel weird, right? An asynchronous video of yourself initially can feel a little odd. And I'm just wondering, I guess back to you, Thia, how did the first week feel, or how long before you felt like, oh, actually, this is not that odd, this is normal?
Well, I don't do TikTok. My daughter looks at TikTok, and seeing some of those videos motivated me because, it's my health It's just me. Sometimes she'll sneak in, or I don't know if you guys have seen her in a couple of videos. I may have deleted them, but it was kind of my me time, where I'm taking my pill, but I'm also, shooting this video. It didn't matter where I was. It just made me feel like I had a connection, a lifeline on the other end of that video. And I waited for the responses to see, oh, what are they saying today? So it was great. It didn't feel weird because everybody does videos and takes photos of themselves. I guess for those who don't, it may feel kind of strange, but then it gets exciting because you look forward to that time. So yeah, it was very exciting for me.
Yeah. And am I remembering correctly, we got taken on vacation with you a little bit, right? You went to Puerto Rico.
Yes. The lady's like, what? You're doing this and you're on vacation? Low is really work, but I went up to my room at 7:50, made sure my hair was decent and had my makeup on to do my video. And I did that every night. It was my alarm, and I was committed because it's my health. It's my body. So yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you do not have to do your hair and makeup before every video. We totally get it. And yeah. It's just funny. I think, of course, we use it sometimes within the team, and yeah, you get this little window into everyone's life and what's going on, and that's what makes it fun. So, well, what about, I guess, is there anything, what would you say surprised you most about the experience? Maybe something that you got out of the program that you weren't expecting going into it?
A new family, a new connection, a lifeline, lifelong friends. The saying, friends come for a reason or a season. Mine are here with me, and the others are probably somewhere else. They're for my seasons to come.
So wise and kind.
I love you guys. I mean, what can I say?
Our friend for life too. Well, what about, I guess, talk to us about, after, I guess you would say the sustain phase, like after the daily videos sort of dropped off. Have you been since? You feel like you have new habits that stuck? Have new things cropped up? Yeah. How's life been after?
Life after has been great. My habits stuck. I still take my pill at the same time every night. And I don't do the videos, but I think of you guys, and I can see your faces and, encouraging me and sending me that, hello, Thia, hope all is well. You're doing a great job. I can still see and hear that. So that's sustaining me. Yes.
Love it. Well, I guess, I'm going to pause for a minute and go to Hannah, who's keeping track of questions that may have come in. If we have any questions, I guess, for Thia or for her team, we could address those now. And then we could also show off or review, what the experience was like for a few other patients. But do we have any questions coming in for this crew?
Yeah, I've got a couple questions over here. One is, what does the time commitment to the program look like?
Yeah, I'm guessing you mean like how long does the whole program, I guess if you thought about it in terms of the full year, is it, I guess, about 12 months, but the biggest time commitment is this 2-month period right here. So 8 weeks. But I want to go to Thia on that one. How did you feel like it was time consuming? Like, how would you describe the time commitment needed, especially in that build phase?
It wasn't time consuming. It was more of a goal. I know I can make this 2 months, and starting out at 8:00 to take my pills, like I do the video, I upload it, and then I get that little star that popped up on that date. And all I could think back to was kindergarten. It's like when you get the star, you're doing great work. It's like, bing, there's that star. So, hey, I'm going to keep at this. And it just made me feel proud of myself for conquering my fear and taking that leap of faith to answer that call first, and then to enroll into the program second, and then to continue to build on that for the 2 months and still now. So this is my journey. I'm not stepping off the train. I'm in for the long haul and I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Awesome. One more that I think would be a good to ask both of you. How often would the care team respond to my questions?
Is that for a video? If you're doing the video, it's like within who's ever seeing it, somewhere a matter of minutes, maybe an hour or so, but my team was awesome. They were like sending me, thank you videos, good evening, have a good morning, have a good night. So it's quick. It's really quick. And you're not alone. Trust and believe you are not alone. They will not drop the ball to check on you and to reply to your videos and to make sure everything's well. So yes.
Awesome. And you touched a little bit on this, but we went over the welcome kit, but what can I expect to see in the welcome kit? And how can it be used? So I know we've got the pop socket, calendar, tote bag. How do you see that used most of the time?
Is that from me or Amanda?
Well, I was going to say, you feel free to say anything you want about the welcome kit. I will say that there is sometimes there's slightly different contents depending on what condition you have. So like Thia, you may not know this, but if you've got asthma, there's an asthma action plan that sort of just reviews triggers, what to stay away from. I'm trying to think of what other little things that could differ, but yeah, Thia, if there's anything you want to say.
I think mine's had the healthy eating guide, maybe the pill box thing. I know it had the pop socket thing, but there were a lot of informational leaflets inside to gear me towards exercising, eating better, and my medicine regimen.
Yeah. Welcome kit. Any other questions, Hannah, about the program or things that we should be asking Thia and her care team?
There's one more question here, and I will add to it a little bit, but the benefit of speaking to our nurse versus reaching out to your own doctor. What is that benefit and how did you experience that, Thia? My comment to that is we are able to answer questions pretty quickly. So you can ask our nurse before you are able to get a hold of your doctor sometimes or get into your doctor sometimes. And our teams communicate with each other also. So I will let you take it away from there, Amanda, but.
Yeah. Oh, no, Thia, please.
Absolutely. Hannah, you're absolutely right. Case in point, with my medication that was making me sick, I called my doctor's office and, oh, she's not in, can we take a message? And the next day, still nothing. I had to call back. I'm like, you know what? Let me reach out to my team. And I did. And I sent a message, this is what's going on with me. And I checked with a friend who also had the same symptoms and they had to reduce their medication. Am I doing the right thing? And within a matter of like 10, 15 minutes or so, I got a response. And I went back with my doctor with that response, a medical response. And they switched me to the metformin easy release within a matter of days.
Awesome. I'm not seeing any more questions at this time, but again, attendees, if there are questions, you can put them in your chat box and just press send and they'll come to the host and the panelists. But at this time, I'm not seeing any more come in.
Got it. Question from Amanda before we move on. I think the other thing I hear a lot is, and Thia, if I remember, maybe diabetes was a newer diagnosis for you, but any thoughts or anything you would share for someone who maybe like has been diagnosed with their condition for a long time and kind of understands the basics? Like, how would you think about the program? I guess if you're newly diagnosed or you've had the diagnosis a while and, have medications that you probably understand, but maybe are just deciding whether like, is this little boost necessary? How much is it going to help?
Partnering with you guys and being diagnosed type 2, it makes me think of my stepfather who was also diagnosed many years ago. And he didn't have this type of new support to where you have, the food regimens were very strict. He couldn't eat this, he couldn't drink that. Now it's more so you build upon it, and you build upon that with your medication, and when you're high or when you're low with your blood sugar levels. I was terrified. I'm thinking I'm going to be eating salt and crackers and water for the rest of my life, and I couldn't go out or anything. If you don't understand your body and ask the questions, the team will never know. They will never be able to help you. This is your lifeline. Take it. Your doctors are there to help you, yes, and provide you with medication, but this is your alternative world. These guys are here and they're fabulous. They're amazing. They're there for you. And I would not have been in the position those couple of months had I reached out to someone else who was going through what I was going through on another level. I'm feeling great about myself, my attitude, my personality. My smile has come back, after the months that I've been with you guys in the videos, and just having that help really changed my life.
Thank you for sharing. I know that there's plenty of people that are listening where that will resonate. So thank you for your time and your.
My pleasure.
Okay. So I think that if we move on, I think we've got, click through. Yeah, we've got 2 other short little introductions to other champions. And the first one is Alasia. So we have a short little video, a 1-minute video on her. So we'll play that and then just do a quick overview on another patient. This is a short video on Alasia.
My name is Elijah. My name is Elijah, and today is February 17, 2020. Today I will be taking my part. I didn't need to use my rescue either, and I went to school.
All right. So short and sweet, but just wanted to give everyone a taste of, what it's like if you're not taking a daily oral medication. So yeah, we know if you're using an inhaler, it can be tricky, certainly, to figure out the right way in the beginning. So just another use case. And let's see. Okay, then we have this short overview of Gina. She's a patient who was working with us on her hypertension, and all of this detail at the bottom. I'm sure that I could fill up 2 or 3 slides worth of cool things we learned about Gina when she was with us. But I think this just speaks to how much you can really learn about somebody and what's going on in their life in a short amount of time through these short snippets. So we knew she had hypertension coming in, but we of course also learned about other things like sleep apnea, IBS. She'd had bariatric surgery recently. She's on this mission to lose another 50 pounds. She's, also just had her own personal goals as it related to, I think it was a bachelor's program in public health and nutrition. She would keep us updated on homework assignments there. We learned her daughter got married, I think, during that time. And, just, of course, she wanted to work on the medication habit, but she also wanted to work on staying hydrated. I remember her saying that salty foods is her weakness. Who is it not? that, like Chipotle guacamole, really got her. So it's, yes, like we relate to those things, and whatever your goals are, I think we want to partner with you on those, like even the 6 small meals a day, right? Like whatever it is that you're sort of tackling, other life stressors that come up. I really think that the video is such a cool tool to sort of like form a connection in a way that's really convenient and fits into your life. So anyways, just a little snapshot on her. And then just to round out the benefits, we're biased. We probably like, bucket number 1 the most because we think that it's super powerful to put a team of people around you. Again, whether that's a mix of pharmacist, health coach, nurse, we're hoping that, we're there and we feel like you're your partner in crime. But then of course, yes, the welcome kit for certain health plans, actually for most health plans, small rewards along the way for meeting certain milestones. So I will wrap up with just asking if there are any more questions, and if not, we can flip over, and I want the enrollment team to be able to wave hi one more time. So Hannah, I think it would be you. Do you know is there anything else that we didn't cover that's come in?
I'm not seeing any more questions at this time.
Easy. Okay. Well, I'll just let Ayana and Clarissa wave one more time from our enrollment team, and Farhana. And Farhana, oh my gosh, I forgot to, Farhana, I think you were actually the person that spoke with Thia at the very beginning. So yeah. I forgot to let you have a moment to speak. I don't know if you would remember that phone call, but.
Yeah, no, I do remember. Yes, I remember that, of course.
Yes.
And yeah, I remember speaking with you. It was wonderful. And it was easy for you to understand. You had some questions which I answered, and you were right there. You understood the process. The download process was easy. It didn't take too long at all. And I'm
awesome.
So glad.
Thank you. You were just
You
awesome.
Thank
Start
you.
me out. Yeah. You changed my whole outlook going forward. Just that one phone call.
I am happy I could help.
Yeah, it takes a village, but that one phone call to start it off, your personality and I could just hear it in your voice that you weren't there just to sell me on something. You were there for me, and you were concerned about my new situation, and you listened.
Well, thank you. I am glad, it helped you. We are here to help you anytime.
Yes, ma'am.
Reach out.
Farhana,
thanks.
Please, I think you or Ayana, speak up if you feel like there are common questions that you always get asked when people, call in. I don't know, top 2 or 3 things that you feel like are important to share, please. You have the floor.
Well, again, good afternoon, everyone. I am Ayana. I would say with my experience with enrolling people, most of the common questions, like Thia, she mentioned it as well. Like a lot of people, I have to take videos of myself all the time. Most of the time, there's no one right there. It's not a two-way video. You're in the privacy of your own home or wherever you want to be. And by the end of the program, you won't even mind taking a video because we'll be like family. So I like to, do a test check-in or test video so they can get the experience and feel of what it looks like, what it feels like. And then a lot of times in our system, we can see the video. So I'll point out something like, hey, you got a cool shirt or background. That says it's not too hard, is it? So a lot of times patients end up, getting very comfortable with it once we check back in with them. And I would say the only other question that many people have is what happens afterwards? And I'm like, hey, you can't get rid of us just yet. We're family now. So, once you graduate from the program, then like you said, once you get in the sustain phase, then we are reaching out to you once a month, and we are, a point of contact. So that way we can advocate if there's anything going on that you need assistance with. And a lot of people love the fact that it's still a warm transition, as opposed to it just saying, hey, you're done, bye. So I would say those are the 2 most common questions that I get, in addition to just the enrollment process. But as Farhana and Thia mentioned, it is very simple. We pretty much walk you through every single step of the process. Takes about 10 minutes. And then from there, of course, you are able to start your program.
We'll say, and if we can convince you at the very end, I know I speak for the design team and I'm sure the product team, all teams, we're always trying to recruit people to our patient advisory council because we want to make the program better. We want to make the app better, have more interesting features. So that's actually how we connected with Thia. I believe she was one of our recent recruits to the patient advisory council. So sometimes even beyond graduation, we can stay connected that way. And those are fun because sometimes we can get up to 3 or 4 patients on a call and we're getting feedback on us, specific things. So those have been great. All right. Let's see. So I think, that was our last slide. Hannah, would you like us to stay on for a little bit? I know we're finishing a little bit early, or should we just?
Yeah. I'm not seeing any more questions coming through, but to our attendees, thank you so much for joining. I'm sure I speak for my whole team. This has been such a fun project to put together, and we're really excited to have you here. If you're interested in enrolling, you can talk to one of our enrollment coaches, Ayana or Clarissa or Farhana. They will all be available, and at this phone number here, you can call. The same phone number is also in the email that you might have received as an invitation. So if you're interested in calling, please feel free to call that number and talk to one of our awesome enrollment team members.
And you won't regret it. Trust me. Trust me, when the ladies say that you have a family behind you and it takes a village, they are that village. Take the call.
I feel like we have to say, we promise we're not paying Thia to be
No, this is from my heart. This is from my heart. And I guess they can still hear me now or see me, but I've got to tell you, if my stepfather had a lifeline like this, he would not have been in several nursing homes. He would have had many more years despite having suffered from COVID and passing from COVID. This team is passionate about what they do. They're passionate about helping you. You've got to make that leap of faith because it's going to change your life. It changed mine. And I'm ever so grateful for all of them. I am.
Well, we love you back.
Yes,
right.
Thank you so much, Thia.
Thank you. And all right, happy weekend for everyone watching, if it's a Friday.
Yay.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, Thia.
Bye-bye. Thank you
So much. Bye.